When we talk about speed, adrenaline, and pushing the boundaries of engineering, nothing captures the imagination quite like a jet car. These are not your typical supercars, hypercars, or even Formula One machines. Jet cars exist in a category of their own, designed for one purpose only: to defy the limits of performance and showcase what happens when human creativity meets raw jet propulsion technology. Today, we will dive deep into the fascinating world of jet cars, reviewing their history, their design, their performance, their dangers, their record-breaking achievements, and the role they play in shaping the future of automotive innovation. The very idea of attaching a jet engine to a car sounds outrageous, and yet it has been done countless times by engineers, racers, and thrill seekers. Unlike conventional cars, which rely on internal combustion engines or even electric motors, jet cars use the same type of engines that power fighter jets and commercial aircraft. These engines generate thrust instead of mechanical rotation to the wheels. What this means is that the car is literally pushed forward by the force of hot exhaust gases expelled at incredible speeds from the rear of the vehicle. The sensation is unlike anything else in the automotive world. There is no gear shifting, no traditional acceleration curve, just instant, raw thrust that propels the vehicle forward like a rocket on wheels. To understand jet cars, we first need to look at their history. The concept dates back to the mid-20th century, when the jet age was booming. After World War II, jet engines were being mass-produced and engineers were experimenting with ways to use them outside aviation. It was only a matter of time before someone had the audacity to mount one on a car chassis. In the 1960s, innovators like Art Arfons and Craig Breedlove began building jet-powered land speed record cars. These machines were not just experimental toys. They were serious contenders on the Bonneville Salt Flats, where they chased the absolute land speed record. The Spirit of America, driven by Craig Breedlove, became a legendary name, breaking records and proving that jet cars were capable of speeds far beyond what piston engines could achieve. The design of a jet car is both simple and extremely complex. At its core, you have a lightweight chassis, often resembling a long, sleek missile with wheels. The driver sits in a reinforced cockpit, usually surrounded by a roll cage and multiple safety systems. Behind the cockpit sits the star of the show, the jet engine. Commonly used engines include military surplus units like the General Electric J-85, originally designed for fighter jets. These engines are powerful, compact, and relatively available, making them a favorite choice for jet car builders. Unlike traditional cars, jet cars do not use transmissions or drive shafts. The power is pure thrust, directed straight backwards. The result is acceleration so intense that it pins the driver to their seat and pushes the limits of human tolerance. Performance is where jet cars truly shine. While most supercars boast top speeds of 200 to 250 miles per hour, jet cars can double or even triple those figures. On drag strips, jet cars routinely exceed 300 miles per hour in just a few seconds. Some land speed record jet cars have gone beyond 500, 600, and even 700 miles per hour. The sheer violence of acceleration is unlike anything else in motorsports. Spectators often describe the experience of watching a jet car run as both exhilarating and terrifying. The sound is deafening, a screaming roar of jet thrust that shakes the ground. The visuals are dramatic, with flames shooting from the exhaust, heat distortion rippling through the air, and the car disappearing down the track almost faster than the eye can follow. Of course, with great speed comes great risk. Jet cars are not toys. They are dangerous machines that require extreme skill and preparation to operate. The forces involved are so high that even the smallest mistake can lead to disaster. Drivers must wear fireproof suits, helmets, and rely on advanced parachute braking systems, because conventional brakes are useless at such speeds. Crashes, though rare, have been catastrophic in the history of jet car racing. Still, the danger only adds to the mystique. People are drawn to the spectacle of seeing man and machine push so close to the edge of what is possible. Now, let's talk about some of the most famous jet cars and their legacy. The Spirit of America by Craig Breedlove was the first to break the 400, 500, and 600 mile per hour barriers in the 1960s. Art Arfon's Green Monster was another legendary machine, competing fiercely against Breedlove and setting its own records. More recently, jet-powered drag cars like those driven by Sammy Miller, Richard Noble, and others have kept the tradition alive. The Shockwave jet truck, although technically a truck, deserves a mention because it became one of the most famous exhibition vehicles in motorsport history. Equipped with 3 jet engines, it produced over 36,000 horsepower and wowed audiences at airshows and racing events until its tragic accident in 2022. When reviewing a jet car, one cannot ignore the spectacle factor. These cars are built as much for show as they are for speed. They are crowd pullers, designed to leave audiences in awe. But beyond entertainment, they also serve as testbeds for engineering innovation. The lessons learned from high-speed jet propulsion on land have influenced safety systems, aerodynamic design, and materials science. For example, parachute braking systems tested on jet cars have parallels in spacecraft recovery systems. Similarly, aerodynamic stability at extreme speeds has taught engineers valuable lessons that have been applied in aviation and automotive industries alike. One of the biggest questions people ask is, can jet cars ever be practical? The answer is, most likely, no. Jet engines are extremely inefficient at low speeds and consume massive amounts of fuel. A single run might burn dozens of gallons of jet fuel in just seconds. They are loud, environmentally challenging, and difficult to control in everyday conditions. So, jet cars will remain specialty machines, existing in the realms of racing, record-breaking, and entertainment rather than mainstream transportation. However, they do symbolize something much larger. Jet cars are not just vehicles, they are statements. They symbolize the human desire to go faster, to push beyond limits, and to defy what seems impossible. Just like rockets symbolize space exploration, jet cars symbolize the pursuit of ultimate speed on land. They capture the imagination of young enthusiasts and remind us that innovation often comes from daring to dream big. Looking toward the future, there are still active projects aiming to break the land speed record using jet or rocket propulsion. Cars like Bloodhound LSR are modern examples, combining jet engines with rocket boosters in an attempt to surpass the 1,000 miles per hour barrier. While these projects face financial and technical hurdles, they demonstrate that the fascination with jet-powered cars is far from over. As technology improves, particularly in materials, safety systems, and computational modeling, future jet cars may reach levels of speed and stability once thought impossible. In reviewing jet cars as a whole, we must balance the thrill with the reality. On one hand, they are the ultimate expression of speed, machines that leave even the fastest hypercars in the dust. On the other hand, they are impractical, dangerous, and reserved for a very niche corner of the automotive world. But perhaps that is exactly why they are so special. They do not need to be practical. They exist purely for the thrill of performance, for the chase of records, and for the spectacle of fire, thunder, and velocity. So, what makes a jet car worth reviewing? It is not just the numbers, though they are jaw-dropping. It is not just the technology, though it is impressive. It is the spirit they represent, the courage of drivers who strap themselves into these machines, the vision of engineers who dare to build them, and the excitement of fans who watch in awe. Jet cars are more than vehicles. They are rolling testaments to human ambition. In conclusion, jet cars are among the most thrilling machines ever built. They represent the pinnacle of speed on land, powered by technology borrowed from the skies. They are dangerous, spectacular, impractical, and unforgettable. Whether chasing land speed records on the salt flats or putting on a show at a drag strip, jet cars embody the relentless human pursuit of going faster. And while they may never replace everyday vehicles, they will forever hold a unique place in automotive history as icons of power, courage, and unrestrained imagination.